Sup, nobody? A dream. What's up, guys? How's it going? Have a good one, Boogie. It's all good. Yeah, late night. I think it's probably best to start streaming around this time. Every night anyway. Give it a shot. I want to make this more of a what the fuck? Latino and Native Americans are more spiritual than white men. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, this might be the official schedule. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think this is this will be the norm. What's up, Sober? How you doing, beautiful? Well, we have a caller already, so go ahead and get this quiet. Let him up. What's up, Jabron?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18? Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, which God do you believe in, man?
I believe the Islamic religion to be absolute truth.
All right, what you got for me today, brother? Why should I believe in that?
Are you looking for the truth?
Aren't we all? Why should I believe in yours, dude?
And is the truth about God knowable? About Allah?
According to your book, no. According to the reality of what he does, yes. And it's impossible for the things that he claims to have done in the mythological book called the Quran.
Oh, you're making a claim about miracles?
Period. Your God has never done anything. Would you like to provide me evidence why I should believe in it, or do you want to keep on burden shifting?
I mean, you're the one who made the claim, but I was gonna give you the proof.
Wonderful. Provide it.
Yeah. So I presuppose logic as a framework to arrive at truth. I use empiricism as much as the data can give me. I use valid testimonial evidence of people I can trust, and yeah, I think that's my standard for truth.
You did not provide a
my
single
first
proof.
premise.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. So my first premise, I would say, is that something exists out there,
Out where?
external to my mind.
Yeah, this is an objective reality.
Okay. And premise 2 is that that thing is explainable.
The objective reality. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Because if I assume that things are unexplainable, then I'm abandoning rational inquiry.
Sure.
But yeah, anyway, so I don't want to run through the whole P1, P2, P3, but my conclusion is that there must exist in this reality things that are either contingent or necessary.
Okay.
You agree with that?
Yeah. Everything is either contingent or necessary, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's trivial.
So the necessary, my next stage would be that necessary reality is eternal, uncaused, independent, non-physical, and singular.
Objective reality is eternal. The universe. Yes, the universe is eternal.
Necessary. No, I said necessary reality is eternal, uncaused, independent, non-physical, singular.
The universe is eternal. I agree.
I didn't. Are you proving for me, or like you want me to give you the proof, or can you define the universe? Sorry,
All things that exist.
including God.
If you want to label God as something, sure. If you want to call the universe
Okay.
God, you can, but it's not God.
So
Capital
you're the one
G-O-D.
who-
Pause. Capital G-O-D. All-powerful creator of the universe. You would have to prove that the universe was created
Right.
and contingent. You have not done that.
So-
If you want to call the universe
so-
God, you can. I have no problem with that, but it's not by literal
No.
definition of God.
No, yeah, definitely not. Universe is, I would think, anything that is physical.
And by the way, if the
And
universe
it's
is
made both-
eternal, your God didn't create it, therefore the Quran is false. You just debunked yourself. I don't know what the fuck you're up here for.
If the universe is not eternal.
You're the one claiming
Okay.
God. The Quran states that God created all things. Therefore, you don't believe in your God because you believe the universe is eternal, and the universe is not God.
There's a lot of claims in there. I don't believe the universe is eternal.
Well, you've already said it. That was your P2 or 3.
No.
You're swapping words around trying to be a gaslighting loser, but you failed at it because I called your shit out.
If you have this recorded, you can run it back. I have no reason to lie about
Absolutely can.
claiming that universe is contingent.
Eternal, and the universe is not God. God is false.
Definitely not. Universe is, I would think, anything that is physical.
And by the way, if the
And
universe
it's
is
made both-
eternal, your God didn't create a literal
No.
definition of God.
No, yeah, definitely not. Universe is,
Universe was created
Right.
in contingent.
So
Capital
you're the one
G-O-D.
who-
If you want to label God as something.
proving for me, or like you want me to give you the proof. Uncaused, independent, non-physical, singular.
The universe is eternal. I agree.
I didn't. Are you
The universe. Yes, the universe is eternal.
necessary? No, I said necessary reality is eternal.
Reality. You asked me what reality is. I said all things that exist, the universe. You agreed. Oh, he ran. What is up, Killian?
Yeah, what's up, broski? Hey, I just want to ask, like, are you wearing fucking eyeliner, bro?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. How do you put that on?
I didn't. Girlfriend did.
Okay. Do you have a tutorial for eyeliner? Like, is that something you can probably post on YouTube?
Dude, I need to learn how to do it myself.
Yeah. Can I see like a tutorial or something about it?
I don't know how to do it.
I'd like to see you to like instruct you on it. You can post a fucking tutorial on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how to right now.
Hello?
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 Still there?
Yep.
Yeah. So you gonna fucking post a goddamn tutorial about eyeliner application or what?
No, I don't know how to.
Yeah, get your girlfriend to teach you and then like post it on YouTube. You don't understand what the fuck I'm saying?
My YouTube has nothing to do with that. Oh,
I
you're
didn't
boring.
say it has something to do.
Oh, it's boring. Oh, please join. What is up, Philip?
I'm all right, and you?
Doing all right. You over the age of 18?
Yeah, that older than you, sir.
Are you over the age of 18?
Yes.
Okay. Which God do you believe in?
The what?
Which God do you believe in?
The true God.
Which one? There's thousands.
There are not thousands, there's only one God.
Okay, awesome. You follow Islam, so why should I believe in Allah?
What you believe what?
In Allah? You just said you believe in the one true God. The Quran says it is the one true God, so...
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Yeah, so you're
That's the only
Islamic,
God.
right? You're a Muslim?
I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim.
Dude, we all know you're a Christian. Just fucking say it.
And I know that the Bible tells you that there is a God, and He exists through you.
And Greek mythology says Odin is real
That's why are you going to all those things?
because it's a myth. Why should I believe in your God?
How were you made? What caused your mother to make you?
And she was turned on by my dad.
By your dad? Who told your dad to have her?
His dick. He put it
His
inside of
dick
her.
told him to have you?
Yeah, they
Is
fucked.
that why you?
That-
Is that
so
why you go?
birds and the bees. You got two people. Baby.
Is that what? Is that you sitting down there? Is that why you go to a woman? Nobody tell you to go to her to have her.
Norse. Yeah, it's a good point. Nobody. I was just throwing a name out there. Hey, are you able to keep up with the conversation, or
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
no? You're not. Provide evidence for your God. Why should I believe in him? Because my parents fucking and me coming out of utero is not evidence of a God. It's evidence of biology.
What biology just came into being, sir?
I have no clue what you just said.
You just learned that in school. You learn it in
Bro,
school.
can you make a
learn
coherent
biology
sentence,
in
please?
school.
Why should I believe in God?
Because He made you. Because of Him caused you to exist.
Why should I believe that he made me?
Oh Lord God. You think the sperm and the air from your mother make you to be like that?
What?
The air from your mother.
The what? The
And-
air? What?
EGG
Oh, the egg. Yes.
and the sperm from your mother, your father rather,
Yeah.
caused you to be like that?
Caused me to what?
To be the way you are.
That's how people start forming as fetuses. Yes.
So you believe that there is nothing else.
No, we know that thanks to many, 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 many tools through science. We can literally observe it and we know it for a fact. Would you like to demonstrate how you know that God has anything to do with that?
What science? What science? Science just came into
Embryology.
being.
There you go. All right. What evidence do
Son-
you have for God?
Science just came into being.
Okay.
City was a Good morning.
I'm going to get copyrighted with that song being on, though.
So sorry.
You over the age of 18, brother?
Is that what?
You over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Which God do you believe in, man?
I believe in the God of the Bible.
Okay. Why should I?
Because the late Exodus archaeological finds are pretty substantial, especially the chariot outposts that we've found that make the border of the Kingdom of David.
Are you
and
really
Kingdom of
talking about
Solomon.
Ron Wyatt's literally debunked findings?
Ron White debunked?
Yeah, like wholeheartedly through and through.
What, the stables?
Everything Ron Wyatt has said has been a lie. The arc on Ararat, the chariot wheels, like all of it is.
Oh, no,
fucking,
no,
like,
it's not the
debunked.
chariot wheels. We're talking about the so they're like outposts, and the best way they could describe it, archaeologists, is that they were like basically quick reaction force. If you look at the border of the Kingdom of Solomon, right, you'll find like outposts on each one. I think it's like 9 outposts, and there's evidence of like different racks, right, that would fit horses. And the only reason why they think it's horses is because they see evidence of cribbing.
Okay.
So there's that. There's also
How does that point to a god?
there's also the stele that
Wait.
references the house of
Pause.
David
I want to go over that first claim. How does that point to a god?
because it's the Kingdom of Solomon.
It's a story, and we found out that people actually lived there and had horses. Where's God?
Well,
That's not
If
evidence of
that
a god. It's
kingdom, if
evidence
that kingdom
humans
was relying
existed.
on that faith alone,
No,
right?
that's not what that says. All
Well,
that is evidence that people existed in this area and had horses. That was a pathetic troll. Was that all he had? Seriously? What the fuck? I even granted it, and it was most likely not even true. What? If you're gonna troll, push back a little bit, man. Damn! That was too easy. What's up, Freya? Pretty little kitty. What's up, Eli? Shakes fist at this guy. Koi! Let's get you. What's up, Koi?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, you over the age of 18?
Yeah.
Sweet. Which god do you believe in, man?
The Christian God, and I have evidence, man. I have
Hell
real
yeah.
evidence.
What you got for me, brother?
So, if you believe and follow what the Bible says, good things will happen to you. I hope this helps. Goodbye.
I mean, good things can happen no matter which myth you read. That's not evidence that it's real. I mean, like, there's a part of the Bible that says, honor your mother and father. Guess what Hinduism says? Doesn't mean their gods are real. Like, it's just societally beneficial. So, I wasn't expecting so many trolls on the first first stream. Kneel before COD? Yes. Depends on which COD, though. Depends on which one. We're talking Black Ops 2? My God. Oh, yeah. Get on my hands and knees for it. What's your soul urge number? What? Huh? The fuck is a soul urge? Tartar sauce died for your sins. I refuse to bow. Fuck Jesus, he can make me. Valid. This sounds like numerology. Oh, yeah, I guess it kind of does, doesn't it? Like angel numbers. Can we get a dodge counter for Matthew, please? 1, 2, 3. Dog lost me with soul urge. Oh, Matthew, you're getting laughed at by everyone. I'm guessing some theists included. Might help you out a little bit. Soup. Yes. Not a big soup fan. Yeah. Now it's time to wait for some more callers to get in here. If you guys are theistic of any kind, I don't care what God you believe in, and you want to provide evidence that it is actually true, or explain why you believe through an experience or whatever, we can talk about why we can't grant it, why we do. Super simple. 1 Peter 3:15. It's kind of your job to spread the gospel, so Dale, let's get you in here. Hello. Oh, you dropped. Okay. Oof. What'd you guys think of the eyeliner? It's a little bit rubbed off now, but oh, also silver. Well, I think it was called like real blue or something like that. Yeah, it's uneven. That one's lighter than that one. Yeah. Thank you, Larry. Zach, hell yeah. Brown eyeliner. Interesting. I don't know about that. I remember I got called homophobic slurs when I wore eyeliner outside. Yeah, it's been interesting being in public with it. It's like people either look at you with absolute fucking disgust, or it's like everyone is like, "Oh my god, that's awesome." There's no in between. It's either I am gay all of a sudden because wearing eyeliner somehow means that I like men. Huh? It triggers the snowflakes. It absolutely does, and I fucking love it so much. Nail polish too, yeah. Oh, dude, I'm loving it. I love all the reactions, especially when it pisses them off. See a dude with a MAGA cap and he just looks at you like you're a disgusting piece of shit, and I just smile at him. Hell yeah. It has that JD Vance look almost. Oh shit, JD Vance does wear a fuck ton eyeliner, doesn't he? Pedicure I could never do. My feet are so sensitive. What is up, Roger? That was the same dude. That was that same Dale dude. Made a different name and then requested. Hell yeah, Jaden. What in the fuck are you doing, cat? Actually, what are you doing? She ran to the Aether. Oh yeah, I forgot it's got the auto beeper on now. Getting feedback? You have that on by choice? Of course. Oh boy. Why do you have 3 different accounts? He must be going on each account and like reporting or something. The moment you choose to believe, it sounds kind of corny, but it's kind of proof of fact. No, it's not. Not even close. Nah, dude's definitely got his fan on. Ocho, that's a cool name. Ocho Rex, I like that name. What's up, Ocho?
How you doing today?
Doing all right, brother. You over the age of 18?
I am.
Hell yeah. Which God do you believe in?
The Christian God.
All right, man. What you got for us today?
All right. Well, it'd be better if I responded to your arguments on this. So could I listen to your initial arguments against the Christian God?
There's no evidence for, so I don't believe in it.
Okay. So would you say if a person rises from the dead and claim to be God, would you then believe?
No.
Why is that?
Because we have to test his body. Was he actually dead? How did he come to life? Was it a natural thing or a divine intervention, et cetera, et cetera?
Yes. Okay. So obviously if you know the Christian story, you know that he has his 12 apostles that go out and get murdered for this belief that
Yep.
they saw this man die for 3 days, rises from the dead,
Mhm.
and then ascends into heaven,
Yeah,
correct?
Muslims do it too.
Yes. So because of that, and because okay, let me go a different direction. The precision of the universe
Mm-hmm.
and how precise the universe has to be in order for not only to exist at all or for even life to exist.
Can non-existence exist?
Non-existence is non-existence.
Yeah, so the only thing that can exist is existence. Therefore, that's all that's ever been because nothingness can't make something. So the universe has always existed, brother.
Okay, then why has there been like why is the universe constantly expanding in a certain direction? Like it seems to
Dark energy, dark matter.
what is
Natural
dark
phenomenon. We
what
don't
is
know what it
dark
is.
energy? Okay. Actually, I'm interested about this. I heard this theory that there's like a bunch of gravity, a bunch of things are getting pulled into this dark energy, and it's kind of behaving like gravity. I don't know. What do you think about it?
Dark energy is more the repellent.
So it's
Black
all
holes
pushing
suck shit
away from
in.
the right,
Oh, dark
right,
matter.
yeah. So dark matter and dark energy is repellent.
Dark energy is like it is the leading cause for the acceleration of the expansion. Dark matter,
Okay.
I'm too ignorant on. Oh,
Right.
Sober here studies this, and he can actually give better explanations. I'll let him explain the dark matter aspect.
Sure.
Yeah, so he's right. Like the dark energy acts as like a repulsion, kind of like an anti-gravity sort of thing. Well, this dark matter acts as like a cosmic glue to kind of keep, like spinning galaxies together.
Okay. Aren't they all still like moving in some way though? Or are you just saying keep them intact?
Well,
Like instead of
that's
just
kind of like
firing
asking
them?
if gravity is moving. Like, no, gravity's not moving. Gravity is just a force when
Okay.
space-time is curved.
Okay,
No,
so it
There
has
just
some of
there needs to be some sort of like thing with some gravitational effect that is not affected by light. It can't absorb, emit, or have any effect of light or any way. That's why it's called dark matter. But it
yes.
must have some form of gravity because we look at the mass of, I don't know, a galaxy and say, these pieces of matter should be flying apart. It doesn't have enough mass to keep it together. So we're saying there must be some sort of mass that is there that we can't see.
All right. Thank you, Sober. I would ask you what piece of evidence would be needed in order to convert you to a believer?
Logical necessity.
So just based on natural reason, like something measurable?
Well, it would be
Something
natural
along
if it
those
was demonstrated. Because supernatural
Yes.
means that it breaks all the laws of physics or does not follow the laws of physics and logic. So it's just not possible.
Yes. Yes. So in all the testimonies can be explained through science is your belief.
Well, pause. Chat, how many of you saw me flying like Superman last week?
Yeah, you're wearing eyeliner, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's a bunch of eyewitness testimonies that I can fucking fly like Superman. Is it true?
No, of course not.
Yeah, so I don't give a shit about eyewitness testimony without evidence. Testimony on itself is not evidence. Not even in court.
At some point. At some point testimonies do matter.
No.
If
It
they
depends on what's going on, brother. Like, if I tell you I'm an atheist, my testimony alone is the only evidence you're going to get. There's no objective way for me to prove that. But when it
Yes.
comes to a murder victim or something like that, you have to have physical evidence that's going to lead fingerprints or something of the sorts, DNA or something. But for a god to create the universe, that's an empirical claim. So there would have to be some sort of a fingerprint or something.
Also, Ocho, if you appeal to like, or like how we use in like in a law type of situation, right? If you say you saw something without any sufficient evidence, it's just hearsay. It just doesn't matter in court.
Yeah, it gets thrown out
course.
immediately. So what we do have is 4 anonymous authors that weren't contemporary witnesses that wrote down and said that they saw these magical things happening with 0 evidence justifying it at all.
Have you heard of the Fatima?
Fatima, Lady Fatima. Yeah, that's just gonna be light. What's the word I'm looking for?
Refractments.
Refraction.
Okay.
Like these are all like, yeah, there's no evidence for God at all. It doesn't exist. I mean, your God cannot exist. For instance, cause and effect, okay? Point A and point B. I do something in point A, something happens in point B in a future point in time. Without time, there's no causal relation for anything. So if God exists outside of time, he literally could not think, do, act, anything. So it's not possible. That debunks the Bible in and of itself. The more science we get, the less we need myths. Same for Zeus. Everyone thought Zeus made lightning because we had no explanation for it. And then science said, this is what's happening. And Zeus became a myth. It'll happen to Christianity. Same thing for sickness. We used to think that people got sick because of demons. Then we learned about germ theory. Now that's stupid. So it's just like the more science we have, the less God we need.
Do you have a favorite argument for a creator, or not really?
No, there's no such thing as a logically sound argument for supernatural things. Divine Simplicity is pretty good.
Explain that one. I don't know if Aquani's going over that.
Spinoza's God. And then if you're able to add in personal God somehow to that, I'd say that's starting to get good. But again, it's anything outside of time can't do shit. The universe wasn't created. There's no evidence for that. The universe is eternal. There's just no evidence or reason to believe that any magical unicorn created the universe.
Yeah, Ocho, what you're going to end up doing is like, you know, if you can't really disprove an eternal universe, but you say, you know what, God could exist within this universe, I would just consider that an alien. I wouldn't even consider that a God at that point. It's just something that is bounded by laws of logic and time.
No, sure. Like obviously, if this God that I believe in were to exist, there would be plenty of things that I wouldn't be able to understand. I'm definitely not denying that.
No, it's just not possible. It's illogical. There's no evidence for it. It's just not true. It's as true as Zeus.
Well, Zeus got fanned out.
Yeah, so Christianity. Christianity is a very, very, very young mythology.
I mean, yeah, it's an extension of the Old Testament Judaism.
Yeah, the Abrahamic
But
God is one of the newest religions in existence. Of course it's still alive. It's new. Zeus
Yeah,
used to be believed by fucking everybody too, and then science said that's bullshit,
Mhm.
and people stopped believing it.
Yeah, Ocho, you can just go based off statistics, like historical statistics. It's like almost, I wouldn't say bound to happen, but it's probably going to happen.
Okay. Do we want to go the moral direction? Do you mind doing that?
Sure. Sober, do you hold to objective morals?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I'm a subjective moralist, so I can provide you that argument. Sober's an objective moralist. He's an agnostic. You can explain that further if you wish, but you got 2 different ways you can go, because you can have morals with or without a God. Morals don't prove a God.
Yes. So, will you explain both of your morality perspectives?
Sober, you want to go first?
Sure. Mine just comes down to agency. So like I think every agency to take an action towards a goal, every agent takes action towards a goal, and to take action you must have freedom of well-being. And freedom and well-being would be like, you know, freedom of choice, and obviously, you know, you have to be in the right condition to able to pursue a goal.
Are you a
Right, so-
deontologist?
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
No, never mind.
What I'm just saying is like to take this basic action, there was necessary tools, and I think those tools are freedom and well-being. And if this is necessary with agency, it just becomes a right. And if I don't want people to take away my right, then I ought respect other people's rights.
Right, right. Which is why liberalism as a government has thrived since the Enlightenment.
Well, here's the thing. When it comes to secular societies, they are more educated, healthier, and smarter. The only thing that religious societies have is happiness. So I don't even grant that at all.
Yeah, so what would you say?
Hello?
Hey there. Jordan, are you over the age of 18?
Yep.
Awesome. Which God do you believe in?
Why is that relevant, if I may ask?
Well, should I talk to you about the Muslim God if you're a Christian, or should I talk to you about the Christian God if you're a Hindu? It depends on which God you believe in that I'm going to talk about.
Okay. Yeah, I just have a quick anthropological.
I don't care. I asked you a
Sorry,
question. Which God do you believe in?
What Matthew just said was just heresy, so ignore that. if you're a Christian.
Abrahamic God.
Okay. You said you just had a quick question? I mean, I was going to let you argue with Ocho. That way he doesn't feel double teamed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose we could do that too, you know. I can go either way, whatever your preference is.
Sure. What were we talking about, Ocho?
We're starting with the moralistic.
Sure.
Morals
My
first,
my
is that
simple
topic, or-
my simple refutation there is subjective means mind dependent or stance dependent.
Okay.
If it's dependent on our minds to decide what's right or wrong, it's therefore subjective. If it changes person to person, that's also the definition of subjective. And if it's dependent on your God's mind, it's also subjective. Therefore, no matter how you look at it, it is subjective.
Yeah, exactly. Could you kind of educate me a little bit on something? What does objective morality mean exactly?
Stance independent, so it doesn't matter your thoughts. It's not dependent on your mind. So 2 + 2 will be 4, whether I want it to be 5 or 6 or not. Whereas something like whipping a child is 100% subjective to the person.
So yours is pretty much obeying natural law, like based like objectivity through the natural law. Like obviously we know murder is bad because
How's that obvious?
Well, you don't want to be murdered.
So
And
why does that make it
takes
bad?
away from your community.
Why
The
is that
point,
bad?
Ocho, is that there is a possible situation where it would be justified.
Sure. In what situations would those be? Wouldn't that be subjective though?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you want to argue that, like literally in the Old Testament it happens, right?
Yes, of course.
So are you granting that it's subjective?
Yes. No, I'm not arguing against it. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yeah, like me personally, I think it's. Here, Jordan, I'm gonna mute you just for a sec. He's flush a fucking. All right. To me personally, like I would say I'm like probably like not a dualist, but like I don't know either or. Like I think it's okay to hold the either subjective or objective. I think it's an okay view either, like whatever I decide. I don't think it's relevant really to any like discussion.
Yeah.
Like regarding a god?
Yeah, especially when you grant subjective morality for a god, like it's just not relevant.
Yeah.
Because morals are adjusted to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you believe humans have a soul?
Nah.
I have no reason to believe that.
Do you have you guys read any Aristotle?
I have not.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Have you heard the forms argument? Sober?
Hell no.
Okay. So pretty much
Hell yeah.
forms argument is
Hell
pretty much
no.
saying like forms argument is pretty much saying like a tree is always a tree, right? But there's obviously a bunch of different variations of tree, but you can still like it still is a tree. and all humans are humans, even though like none of them are the same. And what makes their humanity is the human soul, essentially.
Mm.
Does that make any sense?
I mean, we're apes. The difference is our brain. Like, that's just an objective fact.
Are you a Darwinist?
Do I believe in evolution? Yes. Do you believe in math?
Yes.
Do you believe in germs?
Yes.
Germs are a theory. The Big Bang Theory, Darwinian evolution theory. By the way, Darwinian evolution is very fucking old. It's been added on to. Like, everything he said isn't necessarily correct. Same for Einstein. Einstein got shit wrong. Nikola
Yeah,
Tesla got shit
right.
wrong. Like, evolution is a fact. Just because someone said something they were ignorant on doesn't mean that the whole thing gets thrown out the window.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I totally
evolution's
agree
a
with that.
fact.
Yeah, I don't think like a mention of evolution necessarily means like Darwinism.
Yeah, no.
The same way
no,
if
I
I
was just
mention
hoping-
gravity, it doesn't necessarily mean Newton.
Yeah,
Right,
gravity's a theory.
right.
Germs a theory. Like, if you believe those, like, evolution's a theory. It's a scientific theory. It's not a guess.
Sure. But would theory be like not substantial fact? It's just theorized?
It's not absolute,
Yes.
but it is the closest thing to fact you can have.
I mean, okay.
So theories work like this. You have your hypothesis and you start testing it. You get
Right.
yourself a theory when all of the evidence, all of the facts, all of the information is not contradicted at all by any laws, any logic, etc., and no other theories contradicted as well. None of the evidence is contradicted by itself or anything else. And it's it's proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So it is unreasonable to believe it's not true because all the evidence says it is. So it's not an absolute fact, but there's
Yes.
no evidence showing that it's not true at all.
Yeah, there's like a scale for like scientists agree that you can't have absolute certainty, but there's like a scale. I think it's the sigma scale, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's basically like what's called the golden rule of like what would be the closest we can get to fact is like a 5 sigma, which like
Such a
you know,
sigma,
like-
bruh.
yeah, mute up, bro. So like acceleration of space expanding is like over a 5 sigma thing, right?
Yes.
Because we've observed redshift that's like over 5 sigma. So like 5 sigma basically means it's like a 1 in, I want to say 3.2 million chance or something like that it's possible that it's background noise or any possible mistake whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's like the closest humans can possibly get the fact.
Right. For the scientific theories, you're saying.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, I don't want to run in circles with you guys. Thank you for the conversation.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can think it's corny and all. I don't really care. I'll pray for you. Just take it as a good gesture. And I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
fucking pissed.
I'll let Hecate come
Damn
visit
it.
you tonight, brother.
Damn it. All right. Have a good night,
Have
guys.
a good one. God damn it. I'll think for you too, bro. I had to.
Hey, Jaden, I was gonna let you up. Where'd you go?
Oh, was he requesting?
Yeah, I was gonna head out and go to bed, so I was gonna switch spots.
Bed.
I just heard a universe question, so I couldn't resist.
Caffeine. Let me tell you about it.
No, fuck no.
Jaden. There he is.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck with him and keep muting him in his chat, but then I'll go.
What's up, Jaden?
What's up? Holy shit. Internet is shit.
Your fan is loud too.
My internet is shit. Hold up, I'll turn up my fan though.
Matthew's just talking in chat.
Alright, there you go. Where'd Sober go?
Bed.
Okay. Matthew. Sober, you goddamn bastard. Oh my god, I can hear the delay. Fuck my internet.
It's the lag. Sober, you nerd. You've watched for 200 minutes.
Bro, I probably have like, I think I have like probably 1,000 minutes or some bullshit watching your bitch ass.
Nerd! Dude, Matthew needs grippy socks pronto.
Brother, all I heard was grippy socks pronto with no context to them. I'm just
Matthew
cutting straight
in
in
chat.
and out.
Good grief. Yeah, grippy socks. Get him ASAP. Yeah, audio sober. Emo boy. Oh my god.
Shit, my internet's pulling it together. It's fighting.
We are Stardust.
You know, show off the new nails. I'm pretty sure Calvin has kind of like the same ones.
Next up, I'm going to do
Fuck yeah.
either green or blue. I think I'll do a matte probably. I don't know.
I think you should do a mix of them both.
Green,
The
yes.
eyeliner definitely.
Yeah,
Eyeliner
I'm
definitely
loving
faded
the
away.
eyeliner. Yeah, it's like 2 days old.
Fair enough, fair enough. Smoky eyes. I fucking love how Rick is always in here.
Edward, what? Looking like I put you on the corner to make me money with them eyes. Talk dirty to me. Damn.
God, RMZ and Matthew are just going at it in the fucking comments.
Yeah. Wow.
Have their own mini debate, bro.
I almost want to do some like live reactions or something.
Fuck it, do it.
I love that one dude came in here, called me gay, and then dipped immediately.
I wasn't in here for that, but I would have started laughing my ass
Nah,
off.
in chat, he said another gay atheist, and I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Just gotta remind them, what's the definition of gay? Okay. Does eyeliner make you like the same sex? No. A, there's nothing wrong with being gay. B, wearing eyeliner, wearing makeup doesn't make you gay. Wearing a dress does not make you gay. Like, what the fuck?
Literally, some of the greatest rock stars wear makeup. It's fucking
Yeah.
so dumb
There's
to me.
nothing gay about, and all, like, throughout all of history, men and women both have worn makeup, like, especially eyeliner. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's only recently have men stopped. Kilts, yeah, the fuck, yeah. People that are homophobic and terrified and hatred towards that shit, just, it's fucking pathetic. I used to be one of them, and now I look back and I'm like, holy shit, how crazy was I? Like, when I think back of all the things that I believed and did, like, I used to legitimately be scared to wear eyeliner or nail polish. I've always wanted to do eyeliner. This is the first time I've ever done eyeliner. I've always wanted to do it, but I was always scared to do it because I thought it would make me gay, given there were some tendencies that I needed to test out.
Wait, whoa. What's that supposed to mean? Some tendencies to test out.
Yeah, I mean, I find men attractive. I'm not
I didn't know that.
I'm not sexually attracted. I tried to date a man once when I was younger, and I just wasn't able to keep going with it. So, but I mean, yeah, I absolutely find men attractive.
I never knew that. Shit. God, RMZ and Matthew, what are you guys even talking about?
Yeah, they're going off.
Hey, all the viewers, just watch the comments at this point. These two just having a one-on-one right now.
Certainly was most fictional characters that could be measured for 5 days. Cody, would you debate Jay Dyer? I don't know who that is. I am. Not every guy in makeup likes guys. Yeah, that's a fact.
It's one of the big like Christian.
Honestly, I'm at the point where I am down to have formal debates. Like, the purpose of doing this wasn't to actually be a debater, but it seems like that's the direction it's going. So, yeah, sexuality is a continuum, not a fixed locus. Yeah.
But did you hear? Yeah, Jay Dyer is a like Christian apologist. He's really popular.
Okay.
Hello? Can you hear
What's
me?
up, Drew? How you doing, man?
Hey, buddy. I'm doing good. How are you?
Hell yeah, doing all right, brother. You over the age of 18?
Yeah, I'm 25.
Awesome, brother. Same. Twinsies.
Oh, nice.
Which God do you believe in, brother?
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna get up
So
the other guest as well, just so that you don't feel like double teamed.
Yeah, for sure. So it's funny because I am Muslim. I've been born Muslim. I probably prayed over 10,000 times in my lifetime. And I believe religion is super biased because usually when people are born into a family that's a certain religion, they tend to grow up in that religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think when people hate on any religion, it doesn't make any sense because it's all theoretical. If you think about it, all religion is.
Indoctrination, and I hate indoctrination, so I do hate on it.
Right. Oh, well, okay. So I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion, right? So at the end of the day, there not being any evidence for God is also the same thing as saying that there is evidence for God, right? It's like if I were to say there's evidence of God, you're going to say no. To everything I say, you're going to say no.
I can explain it.
Okay. So in the Quran, it talks about the Kaaba, right? This is a tangible thing that we can actually touch, right?
Which is
And the Kaaba is the holy site in Mecca, and that's
a
where
holy
the
site.
human
Define holy site.
Okay, well, it's a holy site, meaning that it was mentioned in the Quran as built by Abraham and Ismail.
Okay, so it's a
And
place you can go to and
yeah,
look at
it's a
things.
place you can go to and you do pilgrimage there.
Okay.
And billions of Muslims do it year round. And basically, when it comes to the existence of God, it really questions you on what is the existence of us, right? How do we exist?
My parents
And
fucked.
right, and then how do they exist?
They fucked. It goes all the way
And they
back
kept
to inorganic matter becoming organic matter, which then was able to turn into self-replication through natural chemical processes with thermal events and other things.
okay. And
Yeah.
so
But what
you
evidence do
pretty
you
much
have that a god made people? Like
no, so
the burden shifting
that
is
right there,
sad.
that right there is the evidence. Basically, you just named a bunch of causes, right?
Yeah, which is what you were asking
So okay,
for. Where
would
did
you
we
agree?
come
Would
from?
you agree? Right. So would you agree that everything has a cause?
Anything that, I mean, no, because the universe doesn't have a cause for its existence.
But that doesn't make any sense because you just gave me a bunch of causes on how you exist and how your parents exist.
Yeah, I'm
And
not
so
the universe. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Would you like to
wait,
provide
you're
evidence?
so wait. So you think that the universe created everything?
All things are contingent upon the universe. Correct or false?
Contingent upon the universe. I can't agree or disagree because I believe Allah.
Then you're
and- or
ignorant.
God.
With your
God
God's
created
existence,
everything.
all things would still be contingent upon the universe. You are
The
Stardust,
universe
brother.
the universe is something created by God,
Prove it.
right? Okay, prove it's not.
Yeah, your God exists outside of time, correct?
Outside of time, yeah.
Yeah,
God-
it's
Yeah,
impossible to
yeah.
have causal relation if you don't have time. Therefore, your God cannot, could not, and will never be able to think, create, or interact in any way, shape, or form. That's the laws of physics. Thanks, you brother. E equals MC squared, motherfucker. Would you like to demonstrate any fucking evidence for your claim or continue
Law of
gaslighting and burden
physics?
shifting?
Law of physics. Again, the laws that you're talking about were all created by God. That's
Prove
the
it.
point of
The
Islam.
laws of
is
physics
that
are
God is
actually
unprovable.
they're-
That's the point of Islam. Is
they're
when you get back, God doesn't need to be proved. That's
yeah,
the
he
thing.
does. It's a claim.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you made a factual claim that a God actually
exists.
exists in our actual
Yeah.
world and created all things. And if you don't believe it, you're going to burn for eternity. So you need to prove it.
Okay, why can't a human ever create another human manually?
I didn't fucking ask that. What I did ask you is to
No,
provide
I'm
evidence.
asking you. No, I'm asking you.
No, what
that
you're
the
doing is
evidence.
burden
So-
shifting, and it's pathetically embarrassing. You
No,
haven't provided
no.
any justification. You've said God is true twice now. You said God created the universe, and the Quran
Okay,
agrees with you.
okay,
I don't
move-
give a fuck.
let's
Demonstrate
move on.
it.
Let's move on.
No,
from
let's not
that.
move on.
Why
Let's go back
can't-
to your
why can't
topic that you
human-
keep on pivoting
why
from.
can't-
Hey,
why
coward,
can't humans-
coward.
No,
Stop
how am
pivoting.
I a
Coward, stop
I'm asking
pivoting.
You, no, I know you're getting
Demonstrate that
defensive. I know
God-
you're getting defensive because you can't answer
I'm
why we
getting
can't bring
defensive.
people back to life.
Check this out, bro. I don't know. Proof
Why,
God did it.
why can't we bring someone back to life?
Check this out. I don't know. Proof God did it.
Okay, so you don't know and you can't prove what did it, so you're resorting to nothing. Correct?
Who came back to life?
Prove God
Who's this?
did
Is
it.
Jaden atheist as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure because I was confused. All right. So you both can't prove that God doesn't exist, but you guys
Yeah, I
can
just
prove
did.
that God. No, you didn't.
Yeah, your
That's
God
not
cannot
evidence.
have any interaction with the world if he's
He
outside of time.
verbatim just did.
Wait, what do you mean he doesn't have any interaction with the
Here,
world?
let me teach you something.
Yeah,
Let me
so
teach you
I'll
something.
explain
we
it.
can't create
I-
anything.
If something's
We can't even create the cells that are dying in our body as we live. Every time
Yeah, we
goes
do.
by, we can't.
what,
Why can't we stop
brother?
aging?
What are you
Wait,
rambling
okay.
about?
Can
No,
you
let's
stop
see,
rambling?
why can't we stop aging?
Stop rambling and stop pivoting to different topics when
No,
you fail.
if everything
Stop.
you're no, it's
Stop
called
pivoting when you
referencing.
fail. Stop pivoting when you
Everything is
fail.
referencing, like
I'm going to
law.
start
You have
muting
the
you if you
case-
don't shut the fuck up.
Why? Because it's triggering you, right? Because you can't answer. It's triggering you. I get
No,
it.
You're
I get it.
pivoting.
It's
You're just
triggering you.
rambling.
You're
You're
pivoting
getting
and
triggered because you can't prove to me why certain things can't be created.
you
that are
said the first
physical.
thing that you said.
Why can't we stop aging? Why can't we bring a dead person?
The first thing you said was that I can't debunk your God. And then I gave you word for word why your God cannot exist. Let me
So
say
you're
it
muting
again
me
since
now.
you're incapable of listening.
You're
Point A
incapable of
and
proving a
point B.
No, it's
This
okay.
is
You're getting
cause,
angry
this
'cause you
is
know,
effect.
You know
A,
there's a God.
cause is a point in
You know
time.
there's a
B,
God.
effect
You
is
know
a
there's a God.
future point in time. You cannot have cause and effect if there's no time because they are byproducts of there being time. So your God being outside of time just means he's non-existent. He can't create, he can't think without time because cause and effect to create something, cause and effect to put something together requires point A and point B. Point A, thing not being there, point B, that thing being there. So your God can't. Now, would you like to demonstrate how it is possible for him to?
Okay. To break down your question to me of how to demonstrate it's possible for him, again, you exist because of God, and that's the idea of God. I don't think you're defining God correctly. I
That
think
was
you
a
think God is
pathetic
physical.
pivot again.
You think God is physical.
That was a
Just admit
pivot.
it.
That was a pivot.
It's not a
So
pivot.
what I said was
It's not a
prove
pivot.
how it's possible for your God to have causal relation
Drew.
with the universe. And then you pivoted to people. I didn't fucking ask about that. I said prove
So, okay,
the
wait,
impossibility.
so what religion are your parents?
Doesn't fucking matter, pivoter. Stop being a
Oh,
coward.
so you woke up and you were born a fucking atheist?
Oh, well, everyone is, because A means lack of, and
Okay.
theist means
No,
belief in God or
everyone's born a
gods.
Muslim.
That's
Everyone's
false.
born a Muslim. It is absolutely true. Everyone's born a Muslim. Because if you look at the definition of a Muslim,
So
it's one
anyways,
person who has
you're
one
done
being, one
pivoting.
God.
Let me. So you said prove God doesn't exist. I proved that your God can't exist, and now you are failing miserably, repeatedly, over and over and over and over to prove the impossibility of God outside of time having causal relation with time. So would you like to demonstrate that, or keep pivoting like a coward?
Okay, bro. If you're gonna mute me like you don't have
Get muted, bitch. You're gonna answer my question or fuck off my panel. If you want to cry like a little baby, I'm gonna treat you like a baby. You're allowed to talk when I allow you to talk now. So you can prove your impossible claim that your God exists outside of time, yet somehow magically has causal relation with time and that it's still possible. Or you can fuck off. I don't know which one you want to choose.
And don't say either that we're defining this God. You chose this definition. He asked you verbatim, is your God outside of time? You said yes.
Unmute, answer the question, or get out of here. Bet. What's up, son?
Hello, how you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Not in the mood for trolls yet. Enjoying actual conversation. What's up, James?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, doing all right, brother. You over the age of 18?
I am, yeah, I'm 26.
Okay, is it fair for me to assume that you're a Catholic, Orthodox Catholic?
Catholic and Orthodox aren't the same thing.
Orthodox Catholic. The denomination.
Yep.
Are you a Catholic?
Yeah. No, I'm not Catholic, I'm Orthodox.
Orthodox what?
You didn't know there was a difference?
Doesn't Orthodox just mean original?
Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah,
but
so
we're not the
original
Roman
what?
Catholic Church.
Original Abrahamic
but-
believer in the Catholic Church.
Okay, but you're
Am I right or
equating us
wrong?
with the Roman Catholic Church.
No, I didn't. I asked if you're an Orthodox Catholic.
Okay, well, we wouldn't define ourselves as Orthodox Catholic. We just say Orthodox. It doesn't make any sense.
So you're
Okay,
a
anyways, I
Catholic
don't
and an
really-
Orthodox. Cool. So what you got for me today?
Okay, but yeah, I didn't really have much to say. I kind of just wanted to touch on the causality thing you were talking about. That
Sure.
basically you're making the claim that cause and effect is basically, in essence, contingent on time existing.
Yeah.
That would be based on John Mill's assertion of timeless precedent, or I'm sorry,
It's actually based on B theory time, but go ahead.
yeah. So John Mill's criterion for precedence for causation is one form of philosophy.
I'm not
But
following a
in
philosophy. I'm
philosophy-
following the physics of B theory time, the mathematics that allow and demonstrate how time is measured. So if you would like to continue telling me what I'm saying, you can fuck off because it's pathetic and cowardice. If you want to
I
demonstrate how
understand
it's
your angle. I'm
possible
just-
for the
yeah.
impossibility of God having any interaction when there's no time to interact in, go for it.
Yeah, I understand you're upset, but I'm just making the claim. I'm just trying to help you understand the fact.
No,
that
what
in
you need to
philosophy
do is
there is a
provide an
timeless-
evidence that
timeless
it's
causation.
possible.
Yeah, so there's such thing as timeless causation. That's all I wanted to say.
What was timelessly caused? Oh, he ran. Oh, Jaden lost connection. I know you're wrong. It's okay, James. Cry harder. Thank you for the engagement in chat. You ran like a coward. We all knew you were. You weren't even able to answer that you're a Catholic. If you're embarrassed of being a Catholic, just stop. Alright, Vizzy. Oh, James. No, your mom. He didn't say he was Eastern Orthodox. He said he was Orthodox. I asked if he was a Catholic. He said he follows the original orthodoxy of the church. He didn't say Eastern Orthodox. That's his fault. If he doesn't want to say what he is, that's his own fault. And yes, the Eastern Orthodox is a denomination of Catholicism, so he's still a fucking Catholic. I didn't say you're in communion with Rome. I said you're a Catholic. Thanks for the engagement, loser. They are literally, I just looked it up, a denomination of Catholicism. Jews aren't Christians, but that's still part of Christianity. I just looked it up and you're wrong, James. So keep crying in my chat. Thanks for the engagement. All right, check this out. Yes, the Eastern Orthodox Church officially refers to itself as the Orthodox Catholic Church, emphasizing its claim to the universal Catholic faith, though it is distinct from the Roman Catholic Church. Nobody said Roman except for him. That's just a pathetic cop-out. You're a fucking Catholic. You're also a Christian. You all follow the same non-existent God. I don't give a fuck what you want to call yourself, but if you're just going to be annoying, I'm just going to call you something. Stupid semantic games are annoying. Oh, yo, what's up, Nietzsche?
How's it going, man?
How you doing, brother? Love seeing you here, man.
Yeah. Any interesting guests come up today?
I had one weirdo. What's up, love?
What did you say? Oh, hold on.
Hello, how you doing?
Hey, doing all right, brother. You over the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Which god do you follow,
I
man?
am legal.
Okay, which god do you follow?
Well, Jesus. So there's like God, and then there's Jesus.
Sure. Do you call yourself a Christian?
50. Well, I don't know how. Well, yeah, I would say.
Okay. Cool. What you got for us? Nietzsche, you're not atheist,
Yeah.
correct?
Sorry.
No, you are. You are atheist. Atheist Buddhist.
Agnostic atheist, yeah.
Agnostic. Okay. What you got for us, love?
agnostic atheist. Okay. Yeah, I've been watching the stream. You appear to have a bit of a rough night, so So I have a quick question. I have it written down here,
Sure.
if that's all right. So, from an anthropological perspective, religion has appeared in almost every known human civilization.
Yep.
It has often played a major role in shaping social norms, community identity, cooperation. Why do you think modern secular institutions can fully replace the social functions that religion has historically served?
Why do I think what?
Why do you think modern secular institutions can fully replace the social functions that religion has historically served?
Well, I mean, we have book clubs too.
Huh?
The
I mean, that's a
social
very
norm
broad
of
question.
Christianity is
Like,
going
what
to
sense?
be you go to book club on Sunday and Wednesday and you talk about the same book character. We do the same thing. Like, it's easily replaceable. It's just a book club. We have many of them. We just don't say our books are literally true.
When you ask that question, like, what sense are you referring to? Like an afterlife
Okay, you know
sense?
what?
And like a meaning, like search for meaning sense? Like a meaning for life? Or
Okay.
in what particular way?
More so systemic, because so church has like a tight knit community, and atheism doesn't necessarily do that.
There's many communities.
Because it's
Well,
because
there are many
atheism
like
is just the
deconstruction
absence
programs.
of religion.
Well,
there are many deconstruction programs where the
Yeah.
sole purpose is to deconstruct people from organized religions because of the abuse of these organized religions have been responsible for centuries now.
Yeah, and atheism is not a
Okay.
belief system. A means lack of, and theist means belief in God or gods. So it just means you have a lack of a belief or you're
Yeah.
without God. That's all it means. It's not a belief system. So why would we have some
Yeah.
dogma or tradition to follow?
Yeah, I enjoy watching these types of like online debate platforms with like atheists, because like I would say like I'm kind of like I would say I'm religious, somewhat agnostic, but
Sure.
I like to watch these because it's interesting to have these kind of debates and conversations.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. There are some. Are you so? You're interested in actually having a conversation, presumably, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've been respectful, so
Because
yeah.
I see some atheists with their platforms are just kind of joking around and just goofing around. Like
Yeah, I
Joel
mean, we
Reed's Bible,
we
for
definitely have
instance.
those
So I don't
times.
really understand that.
I mean, just
Are you
happens on every live I've seen, one point or another.
Are you familiar with Joel Reed's Bible?
Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of like I don't entirely. It's like, are you a fan of his platform? I
Yeah.
don't get. Well, he's just mostly goofing around though. He's not having conversations.
He has conversations still. Like there's times where they like do music or whatever. They also add a little bit of humor to it. It helps with engagement. It helps keep people engaged. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They still have the debate. They still have the argument.
There's no debate because he's
It's
just
also-
dissing people nonstop.
Did you say he's dropping people nonstop?
Interrupting people nonstop, and there
Well,
was just.
I mean, yeah.
the
If someone
last live I
says,
he kept talking about a person's mom's wet pussy, and that was kind of weird. But can I say that? Sorry,
well.
sorry.
It's fine, brother. Also, W watch Cody.
Those were his
yeah,
words. So his exact words.
I
did
saw
not
that
say.
shit. I fuck with it.
It was just kind of whack.
A lot of was he frustrated during this? Because some people, like, even the panel you're on right now, that's something Cody will 100% say. But you just have to get them actually pissed off. I haven't watched Joel much, so I don't know. Is he one to get kind of angry pretty fast?
I haven't watched him enough.
sorry, are you saying Joel was wanting to get angry?
Oh, no. I was asking if Joel is one to get angry fast. Because I
I
haven't
wouldn't
watched
think
him
so.
enough to really know.
Him and Mezzo are really fucking chill.
Yeah, because most of the time stuff
No,
gets said like that by like atheists. It's due to the fact that they get pissed off, and I think that goes really for anybody. But
No, that didn't seem to be the case from what I was watching. I just wanted to know what your guys' opinion was, and I'm just wondering if, because like, I think if you're gonna keep throwing in the whole moral argument in there, I know everyone's different. You're probably not all thinking the same way, but you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna just go ahead and be disrespectful, and then
What's
kinda,
morally
like,
wrong about disrespect?
The
well, I
way
guess
I see
that's I mean, you want to play semantics like that, but I'm just saying, like, you're not really kind of like, if you're saying like, oh, that's immoral, this is immoral, and then you go and say shit like, oh, your mom's so and so for no reason.
I mean, there's a massive difference in your mom has a wet pussy versus yes, my Bible is true and it's okay to grape a 13-year-old girl. Like, there's a massive fucking difference in those two beliefs. We're more moral than Christians, so.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. I'm just saying, from my perspective, it doesn't seem like he's interested in having conversations.
Sounds like it's just someone you need to not watch. I'm more serious, but some people are more silly. Not everyone is my cup of tea. Not everyone,
If you're looking for a nice balance of seriousness and funniness, I would suggest checking out John Cohen's live stream.
Is there ever an atheist? Is there ever an atheist
he
you
is.
don't like or disagree with? Because it kind of seems like you guys are kind of like in cahoots with each other.
I disagree on many things, even with Jaden here and Nietzsche. Like, we just lack a
Yeah.
belief in gods. Like,
me and Cody have gone back and forth
Oh,
on a
yeah.
lot of different topics. Yeah, we don't agree on basically almost anything on any level.
well, I don't even think it's that. I think we just have like different like semantic, like different ways of thinking.
Like I disagree with Cody on some things too. He's coming to my streams. And I don't agree with all of his takes, but
Yeah,
you know,
we don't
maybe
all
you
agree
But
with each other.
What's the line? Yeah, I know, but what's the line between I disagree with you and hey, fuck you, I'm gonna kick you off my stream? What's the line at that point?
Yeah, when someone says 2 + 2 is 5 repeatedly, and after I explain to them 35 times that it's 4, and they continue doing it, I'm going to get pissed and kick them. Or if somebody says it is okay to grape children, or that someone's going to burn in hell, or they hate the LGBT, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, yeah, you're gonna get kicked. Fuck you.
Yeah, we like it. What you'll notice that we differ from, especially with the theists, is that we have very limiting things to who we'll allow on the panels because we don't allow hate, we don't allow disrespect towards one group or another. And I see that commonly with theists, where it is mostly that their groups are kind of allowing these hate groups. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen them, Cody or Nietzsche or Mr. Love, but I've noticed a lot of theists are starting up lives and doing LGBTQ lives, and that's really shitty, because we're all humans at the end of the day.
I'm a little bit different. Like, I have a zero tolerance racism and homophobia policy. Unless it's like directed at me, then I'll give them some chances and try to have a like if someone calls me gay and how evil it is or something like that, or they call me a slur, I'm not going to immediately get frustrated. I'm going to give them an opportunity to see if they will have a conversation or not. If they continue, then they're now officially attacking my entire people. I'm not saying I am not LGBTQIA plus. I'm not one of them, but I can still support them and I can still protect them to whatever degree I can.
I have
I still,
a zero tolerance.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have a zero tolerance for racism. I'm a little bit more varied on LGBTQ because there is a lot that people don't know about. I'm a more so like, do you really know what you're talking about, or do you just have no idea what you're talking about? That's where like I start to differ. if if it's an old dude, like I'm not gonna expect them to know really anything about it. They just have to actually be willing to sit there and listen to what I have to tell them about it.
But
Hey,
if,
Rose,
if
what's
you're
up? What's
a
up?
fan of Joel Reed's Bible, you are biased to a degree because if you pay close attention,
don't
he
know
is
the dude.
constantly interrupting people.
I mean, we interrupt people
Watch the
too.
platform, he just
Like,
interrupts people.
so like right now you're like obsessing over Joel, and none of us give a fuck.
We just don't
No,
know
but-
the dude.
No, you're saying I'm obsessing because you're a big fan of him and you're biased.
I'm not a big fan of him.
No.
I've
Hey,
watched
host,
him from time
host,
to
can
time.
host, can I give you evidence that the Torah is
Yeah,
the
just
truth?
hold up. Hey,
Yeah, we'll get you in just a second, brother. I don't think we have anything else to talk about, Mr. Love. You're kind of getting weird now, so you have yourself a day. What is up, Arile? Are you over the age of 18?
Oh yes, I'm 19.
All right. Which God do you believe in? You said Torah. Are you a Jew?
Yeah, I'm a Jew. Right.
That sounded so bad to say. Are you Jewish? That sounded wrong.
all good, man. So what I would say is that we accept Judaism to be true, right? Because we can establish that the national revelation took place at Sinai, and because we can establish that this event took place, right? We accept it, right?
What
because
event?
we can confirm it took place. For example, you can find this in the Torah, right, where God appears to 600,000 men at Sinai, right? He reveals to them, for example, the Torah. He does all the miracles and wonders, such as lifting the mountain over their head, right, as we see, and right, resurrecting many of them, like half the nation, right? So because we can prove these events took place, right, we accept Judaism to be true.
You can prove a mountain levitated?
Yes.
No, wait. We're gonna focus on both of those. You can prove that almost a nation of people resurrected by this God, and a mountain was picked up. Come on, I'm ready to hear this shit. I'm sitting down and all.
All right. So tens of thousands of sages attest today to receiving the Masorah, which is the transmission of the written Torah and the oral Torah of the events that took place at Sinai from the previous generation, recounting the previous generation's numbers in the tens of thousands, and also receiving from these tens of thousands of sages before them that this process of generational transmission has always been through observing and counting tens of thousands of sages in every generation back until Sinai. For this to be false, it entails two possible options. Either A, an entire generation of sages fabricated the tradition, or B, an entire generation of sages fell into error in the transmission of this event. Both of these are irrational and improbable, so we reject them. Go ahead.
Yeah. So.
Or C,
your-
mass
your whole-
psychosis.
No. I think Ethan, you didn't really provide any evidence. I mean, dude, it's a tradition, right?
Well,
Like
no,
when
the
we look at
evidence-
the Epic
the
of
evidence
Gilgamesh,
is
for
the-
example. Hold on. You're speaking about a tradition. You just called it a tradition. Does that mean every single tradition we've ever seen is true just because it's been around for a long time? No.
No, right. So again, the evidence is not that it's a tradition. The evidence is that what they're attesting to has an improbability of fabrication or falling into error, right? Meaning, like, for example, when we look at other... Yeah, I get that. So when we look at, for example, other religions like Christianity, right, like Islam, right, you have these thousands of people or even these billions of people, right, depending on the religion, all attesting to receiving it from, for example, in Islam, one person, the Prophet Muhammad, right? So if Muhammad lied, right, or erred, right, then Islam is false. In Christianity, for example, you have that they are receiving the New Testament from the 12 apostles and Paul, which are 13 people, right? And none of these religions have a national revelation. When it comes to Judaism, we can prove that tens of thousands of sages that were all reliable stood at Sinai witnessing a national revelation, right? Which makes it much more reliable because of their criteria and their numbers. Right? This is very different.
Cody.
Oh, I've
I
got a
demand
lot
you
to
take
say.
this.
So, I don't understand. You said that there are only two possibilities. So why are they irrational? Why can't it just be a tradition that they passed down? It was a story that they created.
Good question, right? So the reason why it's irrational is because of two reasons, right? Number one is the criteria of a sage. To be a sage, you have to be observed to have a high level of intelligence and piety, right? These are the two criteria, right?
Okay.
The second thing, hold on, let me finish, right? The second thing would be the number of these sages, right? So again, it is irrational to assume that tens of thousands of sages would fabricate the tradition. Why? Because tens of thousands of pious individuals, right, would not fabricate or collectively come to
Okay,
make up a
so
tradition.
I could
is
apply
right?
everything you're saying. I
Yeah,
could apply
okay.
everything you're
Okay.
saying to any other tradition. Just because
No,
a
you
tradition
can't.
has
As
followers,
I already
just
showed
because just because a tradition has followers, it doesn't make it true or not. This is
That's not my argument.
ridiculous.
Right, my argument.
That is your argument.
No,
it
it's
has
not.
numbers, and
So,
they,
no, it's not.
that
That-
is your argument.
Okay, stop. So that's not my argument. That would be an ad populum
Yes, it
fallacy.
is.
Let me finish, right? That would be an ad populum fallacy, which is not my argument, right? If that was the case, right, then Islam would be true because billions of Muslims, right, affirm their tradition, right? And billions of Christians affirm their tradition. That's not my argument. My argument is that what they are attesting to in reception has an improbability of fabrication or falling into error, which is not an ad populum fallacy. So stop making up things and address my argument.
Okay, so let me take it from this angle. So you said earlier that piety was a standard for them to become these sages, correct?
Right, to be observed to have immense piety, right, and righteousness.
Okay, so would this piety not be make them biased in a way that they want to support their own beliefs instead of actually questioning it's the beliefs themselves?
Right, so everyone has a some type of bias, right? Like we're not denying this. The point is that when it comes to this tradition, right, if you are observed to have a high level of piety and righteousness and being a good person, right, it is not probable you are going to come and make up something, right? The example I could give you, right, is I'm going to assume that you trust your mother, correct? As an example.
Sure.
Again, you don't have to. It just depends on the person, obviously, right? So again, like, do you or no? It could be your mother, it could be your brother, it could be your friend, right? It doesn't have to be it's not like restricted to a single person, but you trust someone in your life, right? I could agree.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Now, the reason you would trust them is, right, let's use your mother as an example, right, is because you observed her throughout your life to have certain qualities, right, to be, for example, a good person in the sense that she's taking care of you, she feeds you, she looks out for you, right? The second thing would be that you observe your mother, you would trust your mother to a certain degree because you observe her to have a certain level of intelligence, right? So if your mother went and told you that she got into a car crash, you wouldn't ask her, show me the empirical evidence, right? You would believe her because you observed her to have a certain character throughout her life, right? So in the same way that you observed your mother to be reliable based on these qualities, this is how these sages are observed, right? This is with anything in your life, right?
Okay, the difference is you're comparing empirical reality to supernatural stuff. So for the supernatural claim, we would require much more evidence than we would for something that happened within reality.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, what reasoning are these sages using to determine that this supernatural event did actually occur?
Yeah, I'd like to elaborate further on Nietzsche's point as well. Still answer his. I'm not going to ask a question. There's a massive difference in trusting my mother on where the keys are versus trusting my mother that she saw fucking Santa Claus flying through the sky. There's a massive fucking difference.
And by the way, I agree with you on that, right? Like, and I'll give you an example of this. If your mother obviously went to you and she said she saw a UFO, you probably would not believe her, right?
Right.
Even though you would believe her to be,
I would believe she saw something. Like, I believe that these sages had experience. You're kind of underwater.
sorry, can you
There you are. Yeah. Like,
Okay,
I
so
can grant the
I-
experience, but
Right,
how do we
so-
know?
So let me explain, right? So in the same way, you obviously would not trust your mother if she were to claim to saw a UFO. You'd probably doubt her, right? Because even though she's trustworthy, the claim is so drastic that it's probably not likely she actually saw it, right? However, if your mother came, right, with 10,000 other high-level observed individuals, right? Let's say PhDs that were all observed to have a high level of intelligence and being honest and good people. And they all attest to collectively witness the UFO coming down and all the events taking place in detail. And they all line up, right? You're going to have to affirm the testimony because it's so strong, because it would be irrational to assume otherwise. It would be extremely improbable to assume 10,000 observed, honest and intelligent people throughout their life to extremely high level of degree would collectively come to either make it up or error on a national level.
There's not
Right, it should be
just
irrational.
those two dichotomies.
Well, really? Give me a third option. Go ahead.
Yeah, there could be mass psychosis. There could be they genuinely believe it. There's no error, but they, I don't know, got it from somewhere else. Also, this is an oral tradition. Like,
Right, so that would be misverification, right? So that,
no,
that would be
it's not.
Yes, that
It's
would.
another option.
Yeah, that
yeah.
option falls under
Also, just real
misverification, which falls under falling into error in
Yeah.
transmission. So yeah. it does.
So, Nikolai
sure.
Tesla, do you agree that he's
I'm
smart?
gonna head out, Cody.
Yep, deuces. Do you agree that Nikolai Tesla's smart?
Yeah.
Do I agree?
Yeah.
Have fun with this.
I would say, like out of what I've like read about him, I would say he's intelligent, man.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
highly intelligent. He married a goddamn pigeon, bro.
Right. So that's why
Intelligent
there's-
people are fallible. You're acting as if just because the church said that they're intelligent and are incapable of hallucination or biasy, therefore their word is law. That's an appeal to authority, first and
Right,
foremost.
so I'm not saying that, though, just to clarify, right? I'm not saying that they're infallible, right? I don't believe anyone is infallible, right? But again, we don't go by infallibility, right? We don't claim they're infallible. We go by probability and evidence, right? This is with anything, right? So again, if Nikola Tesla, for example, was observed to be an extremely intelligent man throughout his life, but he was known to make up things and fabricate stories. There are people like this that are very intelligent that have a reputation of lying.
He's not
right?
known for that.
I would not trust his testimony, right?
He
Because
didn't
it's-
purposefully lie.
Right. So again, if
Same
you're
as I
saying that-
could say that your people did not purposefully lie. I'm not saying they
and this
did.
would fall under the second option of misverifying their
I don't
predecessors.
grant only two
which
options,
is-
brother.
So
It's a false
again, if it-
dichotomy.
Again, if it's a false dichotomy and there's really a third option, give me a third option.
Mass psychosis.
Right. So mass psychosis would be misverifying their predecessors.
You can
which is
say that
falling
if you
into
want
error.
to. I don't agree with you.
So great. So you're agreeing that it falls under only those two categories. Thank you.
Nope.
Yes. Is mass psychosis misverifying their predecessors? Yes or no?
Nope.
No?
They can believe it.
I'm not denying that they believe
What do you mean
it.
by
I'm saying that-
misverifying then?
Like, for example, misverifying the event to have taken place when it really didn't, right? This would be falling into error.
Well, that's the whole contention of the argument is you haven't
That's the
proved that it
second
happened.
possibility. That's the second
So that's a
possibility.
third possibility of mass psychosis.
No, the psychosis falls under misverifying their predecessors, right?
We don't
Which would
even
mean
know if
that-
it happened, dude.
Okay, so how we can establish it happened is because it's irrational to assume.
No, it's not.
No, it's not? Okay, so if you're going to say that it is rational to assume that either A, they fabricated it or fell into error, you can't trust
is possible,
anyone
yes.
in your life. Literally
Yeah,
no one in your life. I'll
correct.
tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
correct. Okay, so next time you go to the doctor, you can't take anything he prescribes you. You can't
No, I
trust
can.
anything. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
Because it's much more likely your doctor lied about the medicine and poisoned it.
That's not likely at all.
Or erred in the reception of the medicine.
There is
than
a
10,000
possibility
sages
for
will.
it to be fucked up, yes. Many people, me included, have gotten bad prescriptions and have to retry and retry and retry and retry.
Again, I'm not denying there's a possibility. We don't
Yeah,
go by
so there is a
possibility. We go by
possibility.
probability.
There's a
and
probability
evidence.
for it too. There is statistical analysis showing that it's probable. So
Okay,
yeah,
so why do you take medicine from your doctor then if it's probable?
because I don't really have a choice usually.
Oh, okay, buddy. Come on. Obviously, you trust him
There's a
because of his
difference.
reputation.
There's a difference
You're-
in medicine, which is repeatedly proven to work, versus,
Wait, how do you know? How do you know it's proven? How do you know it's proven?
as I was saying, versus a magical unicorn doing things.
Stop. How do you know the medicine is proven to work?
We test it repeatedly.
No. How do you know that what it's being reported about the test is in fact true? How do you know this?
By peer review,
And testimony. Thank you.
not testimony. It's-
Testimony.
Nope.
Yes, peer review is testimony. They're
False.
testifying to observing it. Yes, they are.
They're testing it. Peers are testing
testifying.
it. They're
How
not
do you
just
know-
saying
How do
pause.
you know they're not lying?
They're
How do you know
not
lying about-
because
about
they're
testing?
showing their testings.
No. How do you know they're not lying?
Because they're showing the testing.
How do you know the video is not a lie?
The math, the video, everything. There is no evidence to justify it as a lie. You still haven't provided evidence that yours is true.
How do you know the math that they're doing is correct? How do you know that the video
Because
they're
it's
producing?
tested and peer reviewed
How
by
do you
multiple
know
people.
how do you know that it's true? That it was done accurately?
Because it's peer reviewed and tested.
Thank you, because people attest to observing it take place. Thank you.
Yeah, by showing their testings.
You are literally conceding.
There's
you're
a massive
literally
category
conceding
error.
the
No,
testimonial
it's
error
not
is
just a
not-
testimony. They're not
Thank
just
you.
saying it. Nope,
Yes, it
they're not
is.
just saying it.
It's
They're testing it
reliable
and
people.
showing it. They're
Again,
demonstrating it.
How do you know what they are testing is reliable?
Because multiple of them test it and get the same results.
How
It's
do you
not
know
just
that-
word of mouth, brother. Your
how do you know they
category.
didn't-
This is
hold
a
on.
category error.
How do
It's
you know
not
that they
just
didn't-
word of mouth. You're acting like
Jose.
this is only pure word of mouth. It is
Jose,
not just
how
word
do
of
you know
mouth.
they didn't
Nope.
collectively come
You need
together
to
to make it
stop.
up? How do you know
Because
they
they
didn't collectively
tested
come
it
together?
and show the
No.
testings.
Right. How do you know the tests?
Because
the tests
they
are correct?
tested it and show
Because they
the
attest
work.
to it, because they attest
Nope.
to it.
Because they show the
Yes.
work.
Oh, again. How do you know that?
Peer review, and you can see it.
Yes,
And
no,
you can
I'm
test
asking.
it yourself. That's the beauty of science, is
All right,
it's
all right.
testable.
Again, I'm asking you, how do you know?
I've answered
right,
45 times.
that they didn't come together and make up the test and lie about it being accurate? How do you know?
I answered that already.
Because they're reliable people. That's how you know.
So I
Nope.
think the confusion here is you're misunderstanding what a peer review versus a testimony is.
Yeah, it's
So
a
a
category
testimony
error.
is just someone's account of what someone believes they saw. Well, a peer review means it's reviewed by professionals.
Right, right.
And
But how do you
plus-
know? How do you know what is being written about the review is reliable? How do you know that what they're saying is true?
You can test it.
Well,
No, because of their epistemological standard.
Nope. Yeah,
Are you
we
guys
can test it.
ridiculous?
You can
Okay,
test the
okay.
epistemology.
You can test. Okay, by testing you mean observing them, correct?
We can observe, demonstrate, repeat, scrutinize, critique.
No. Again, we're going back to the same place.
I've
You keep
answered
running
you.
from this.
You-
You
I'm
keep
not
from this,
running.
right?
You're doing a
How
category
do you know the
error.
tests that they are making, right? How do you know that this agreement with all these attestations from these doctors, how do you know that they didn't collectively come together and make all of it up? How do you know that?
Because we can test it.
Oh my God, you're going in circles. You're
I
just
know
saying
you
the same
are.
thing. You're not addressing what I just said.
You're not comprehending what's going on
You're
here.
saying because they test it, right? Because we have, for example, because they tested it, we know it's true. How do you know that what they're reporting on the tests is true?
Because we can test it.
Oh my God, you're falling into circles.
I know
It's
you are.
ridiculous.
You don't understand
This
the
is like
difference
absolute brain
between.
rot.
You're
Okay,
literally
okay.
You're arguing a category error. A
No, I'm
testimony
not.
is not the same as peer review.
Again, how do you know that the testimony of these, for example,
We don't
professionals,
listen to
like
the testimony, brother. We listen to the evidence and test it. We
Given
don't
by
care
who?
who did it. We don't
No,
care who
hold
did
on.
it.
Given
It doesn't
by who?
matter who. It doesn't matter who.
It doesn't
The
matter
who
who.
doesn't
So if a
matter.
crackhead, hold on, so if a crackhead provided the information,
Yeah.
that wouldn't change the reliability?
Dude, if there was a crackhead that did something correctly, it doesn't matter if he's on crack or
How
not.
do you know that what they're attesting to is correct?
By testing it.
Oh my God, have a good day, man. You're ridiculous. You literally just said that you would trust a crackhead to provide you information.
Yeah.
You are ridiculous.
If the information is tested and true, then yeah,
How do you know it's true?
by testing it.
That's circular.
Jesus Christ, it's
You're
not
saying you know the
circular.
test is true because they tested it. How do you know that what they're claiming took place in the test is true?
By testing it.
Oh my God, have a good day. You're ridiculous.
I know
don't
you
have any-
are.
You don't have any response to this. You fall
I've-
into a
I've
circle
given
of
it to you.
unverifiability.
You're
You
in a
can't trust
circle.
Anyone in your life. And again, this is why you
Yeah,
believe
we
in nothing.
don't trust people, we
Um,
trust evidence.
Right. Now, is testimonial evidence evidence?
Nope.
It's not evidence?
Nope. Depends on what's going on.
Oh, have a good day, man.
I can
Okay,
trust the
you're
testimony of my
insane,
mom
buddy.
saying
Have a
that
good day.
keys are on the table. I can't trust my mom when she says that it's a mental illness for people to be gay because the facts don't line up with that. The evidence that is tested in the brain studies and psychology behind it do not agree with her. The testimony doesn't fucking matter. The evidence does. So, wow.
Honestly, no idea what he was even rambling about at the end.
He was having a hard time.
Oof. That was a lot.
Welcome to my lives.
Thanks.
Underscore,
know
friendly
if-
or foe?
I'm agnostic. I don't know if my take's gonna work. Well, I'll lay it out as succinctly as I
Sure.
can. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not gonna go down and claim that there's this piece, nothing like The Last Guest, or like, hey, you forgot to read this, like kind of evidence for supernatural. But for me, I think like, yeah, I'd call it an open question. I learned sort of recently about, it turns out majority of scientists think, the universe doesn't have a start or whatever. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, open question. And I think the size of that question and just sort of the way our mind breaks and thinking about, I don't know, turtles all the way down with gods or not, like it's just kind of doesn't make sense. So that's my reasoning, and I don't know. I think it's valid personally, like to basically be agnostic. Like I find both takes. I think like the agnostic take, or sorry, the atheist take and the theist take are both like, yeah, I don't think they work. I think they both have gaps. But yeah.
You don't think it works to have a lack of a belief in a deity?
And maybe I've got the wrong terms, but like I'm under the perception there's a middle ground here of saying like, hey, there could be a God, there could not be, I don't know. versus there seems to be a left tail atheist, like there's definitely no God, and then a right tail that, you know, there definitely is a God.
I mean, Gnosticism is just about knowing. So agnostic is not knowing, Gnostic is knowing. Theism is having a belief, atheism is lacking a belief.
Are you telling me I'm atheist?
If you don't have a belief in a God, then yeah, you're an agnostic atheist.
Agnostic atheist. Okay. All right. Is that your position, or would you take the position?
I'm Gnostic. I'm a Gnostic atheist.
And help me understand the meaning of that versus agnostic. Or you're just sure there's...
Yeah, I know it is
Don't
impossible.
Gnostics believe in the demiurge and stuff?
Got it. No, that actually helps me.
There is a belief system called Gnostics. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
and
but
I think we
disagree. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we disagree, and then I guess like why do you think it's invalid? Like to
No, it's valid. Almost all arguments are valid. Soundness is what matters to me.
Gotcha. You just think it's a better argument. I mean, yeah.
There's no such thing as a logically sound argument for God, so I don't believe it. And it's also impossible for something outside of time to have causal relations, so it's impossible for the Abrahamic God to exist. And then there's no evidence of the other gods existing other than the imagination, so...
Right. But when I think of that, like, I think my toolkit's wrong. Like, I'm just like firmly on the side that, like, space-time is not necessarily fundamental, like in terms of if we want to reason about this sort of math on origin of universe, Big Bang style, whatever the fuck.
Space-time is a physical field.
Yeah, but I just mean, like, when we think about origin of space-time, that it's not even like a valid scientific question for all intents and purposes. You know what I mean?
The origin of it would be metaphysics.
Testable. Yeah.
But we can test it once we have a hypothesis. Okay, so for instance, a magical unicorn is metaphysical. Could this unicorn exist in our world without breaking the laws of physics? Okay, cool. If it existed, would it have scales, fur, hair, etc.? Okay, cool. Does it actually exist? Let's test it and find out.
Mm-hmm. But some of it's like a historical, like you can't test the inception of time. I get
Sure
you
we can. We've gone all the way back to Planck time.
What do you mean?
There's like a type of seal that has like a horn on it. What's that animal called again?
Right now.
Or like a walrus? No, there's like a walrus with a horn on it, like a unicorn.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I'm talking about the
WAR.
literal original metaphysical unicorn, Norwal.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, how does that analogy apply to God in order to test? Oh, you're saying you're asking for physical evidence? Is that what you're saying?
Right, like if I was questioning the metaphysical idea of a unicorn, we're cool to have that argument in the framework of the metaphysical framework, right? But if I say I have a unicorn in my backyard, you're going to want me to prove it. There's a difference in metaphysical frameworks and actually proving something empirically. My unicorn is a metaphysical work. It exists in my mind. It exists in the metaphysical realm that I've created. To say it actually exists, to say God actually exists, requires some testing, some demonstration, something.
That's where you're missing me. Is like I think you're saying it's metaphysical, which that's helpful because I didn't have that cleared up. But then you're saying it's testable.
Yeah.
Which, like, to me, it's origin of. I get like computer simulations and stuff for some of it, but like this is about the like, and yeah, maybe there's not one, but like help me understand how you think it's testable there when we talk about like
time.
Yeah, like the origin of time.
We
or
have
the origin
tested
of
it.
space.
Planck time is the furthest back we can observe, which is at the hot dense state.
And yeah, tell me more about that.
I'm super ignorant on it, but we've done it.
It's okay.
We've able to demonstrate the mathematics behind Planck time.
But most scientists don't believe there's an origin of time.
Right, Planck time is
majority-
not an origin; it's just the furthest back we can go.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
so
I
that's
don't
my-
necessarily believe
that's
it's
my-
eternal either.
Yeah.
My point is that
Time
exactly
is
that if
sorry.
we've gone back and we've seen, and that, like I've heard, like that sort of stops. It's like a
Right, that would be metaphysical. Yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not testable.
Right, yeah. I'm just
Okay.
saying God is not a claim like that. God is a metaphysical being that they have made empirical claims out of. So this metaphysical unicorn, awesome. It's got these attributes. Cool. This unicorn made the fucking universe, and if you don't believe that it's actually true, you're going to hell for eternity.
No, I'm uncomfortable with that too. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's
more,
empirical.
Here's the not empirical part is that we have like a metaphysical sort of question that you're acknowledging is valid or like real, that we, origin of space-time or not.
Yeah.
What is it? What's going on?
Yeah.
And like, I'm making the case that, we have the scientific toolkit, super powerful, and importantly can't help us with this question. And so this whole like pointing at evidence and stuff, I think is actually sort of a misguided framing of the question. When you're saying, it's metaphysical and not empirical and not testable, then when you look around and say, hey, like physics, there's no, like this describes my world well, this all works, there's no evidence of supernatural.
I think you're missing just semantics. So metaphysics are abstract thoughts and ideas about reality that may or may not be true. What is the purpose of life is not a physically, empirically testable thing. That's a metaphysical question.
No, I'm getting, I heard that.
I
that
am
you said
very strong in my epistemology on it is impossible for something outside of
hear
time to have causal relation. Therefore, it does not exist because it's not possible.
Can
let me try to reframe my point real quick.
Within time.
Real quick, Frank, and I'll let you go. But like I heard that on you, host. My point was more like, if that's true, then, and your toolkit is the scientific toolkit, if you don't have a metaphysical question answering toolkit, then it doesn't
I
seem
grant a lot of
valid.
metaphysics. I just don't say it's true.
Exactly. So like, you don't, and nobody, not you specifically, we don't have a way to talk about these things. So I don't think it's valid then.
I grant logic in those scenarios, but what are you saying it's not valid for me to state on here? Like, what statement are you saying it's not valid?
There's no evidence for God empirically, therefore that means something.
Yeah, there's
but
no
I'm
evidence
just saying,
for God.
of course, that I'm just saying that that's
That
it's
means
sort of
this
not
in
the
epistemology.
right-
That means there is no justification to believe in it.
I guess you're maybe it could be a semantics thing. Are you saying that logical arguments then are the basis for us to go on in terms of evidence metaphysically, like in the strength of those? As like, if there's not a good logical argument for God, then
It really depends. Logic still requires epistemic justification. So
do you think it's possible though that when we get into what we're talking about here, an origin of space-time, that logic also flies out
well,
the
I don't
window?
study whataboutism.
It's not whataboutism. It's a reality that we're here now.
Yeah, we're
and
here
it's-
now, and there's no evidence for God. So I don't believe that.
No,
he
I'm
exists.
saying, well, hold on. I think that's the category. Like you're saying, there's no evidence for him, therefore I don't believe in him. Yet you're saying it's not testable, and you
It
know
is
that.
testable.
You just said it's a
The
metaphysical
Abrahamic God is testable because he interacts with the empirical world. That is testable. It's impossible because time, he exists outside of time in accordance with the Hebrew texts. It's not possible to have interaction without time. Therefore, it's false.
I think if you
Or what
concede
he
that there's
within time.
metaphysical things that
You're very heavily into whataboutism, brother.
I didn't even say anything really. Right. I was just I don't even remember my point. But I wasn't bringing in the Abrahamic God even. I'm just making
Sorry,
a
that was
logical
me.
point about your argument. Like I hear you, and I might even concede there's no evidence. In fact, I would that there's no like scientific evidence for God. But I think we're both saying this is not a scientific argument; it's a metaphysical one. So then
Nope,
it's
I
gonna
don't
come-
agree with that.
Oh, is it both? I mean,
It depends. That's why I ask people which God they believe in when they join.
right. So I'm agnostic.
Yeah, let's talk about Vishnu. There's no evidence that he exists outside of someone's mind, so I don't believe in him. There you go. It's that simple. There's no evidence of him interacting in the world. There's no evidence of him
Yeah.
providing anything to the world, so why would I believe it? That's just horrible epistemology to believe it.
Right. It's more so for me, I leave like a supernatural God on the table as a logical construct for me in this sort of thing. And I feel like I feel like it's invalid to knock it off the table because of what I'm pointing out.
Supernatural
That
literally means against the laws of physics and nature, so it doesn't exist.
exactly. So
It's not
are
that
you- do
there's
you-
nothing
can-
supernatural.
real
It doesn't
quick,
exist.
Can you see the potential error you're making in that logic real quick? From just let me lay it out, which is like, yes, I'm a scientist. I really like science. It's very powerful. But like here we are in 2026, right? Everything's unfolding. It changes. I know you're open to changing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Can you concede though that there could be an error you're making on sort of taking today's toolkit and state of the art and applying it as if it's all we know, and then saying
There are things we
therefore-
don't know, but saying what about if one day we find out doesn't help you epistemically at all. There's no evidence for it, so I don't believe in it. It's that simple. I don't do
think
what
it
about
would,
it.
it would take you having, in my opinion, like a logical argument. Then, like if we're in the metaphysical territory, then it does come down to the
We
strengths
can
of
talk
those
about
arguments.
metaphysical gods, but the second that you state that this god interacts in the world, it's no longer metaphysical, it's empirical.
Agreed, and that's where I wouldn't make. I totally agree.
Yeah, if you worship a god that is strictly metaphysical, he exists in your subconscious imagination in the phenomenal aspect, but that does not mean he actually exists. It's only imagination.
Or there's like, because I'm more of like the creator style, or like this sort of thing to explain what feels like a scientific contradiction. What
Yeah,
feels
I'm
like
not a
something that-
phenomenologist, brother.
I don't know. What does that mean? I'm sorry.
I experienced it, therefore it's true.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm like,
or what is experience?
Like atheists really hate this framing, but like this apparent something from nothing.
No one
kinda
believes that.
condition we're in. Okay, they either believe that or they believe the eternal uncaused first cause, right? Like in that the universe was always here.
Can nothingness
which-
obtain any attributes?
Potentially, I believe there's some scientists who believe in this. So
No, there's impossible semantics you can talk, that you can make up a logical framework, a metaphysical framework for impossibilities and see what is possible for an impossibility, but it's still impossible. It is not nothingness is nothingness. Nothing can come from it. Nothing it doesn't have attributes, it doesn't have characteristics. It is nothingness. So it can't have something come from it. That's not possible. So the universe has always existed, because existence is the only thing that has necessarily been.
I think you're aware that it's like 60% of like the scientists only who agree with you there, right? Like the leading kind of at like the most recent.
Sure, the 40% are dumb as shit.
All right, that's fine. to have
Nothingness
that.
can't obtain. If you can prove that nothingness has any attributes or can obtain anything from it, cool. You're gonna change the fucking world.
So we'll just take the eternal argument then, like that the universe has always existed.
Yeah.
And you think like so then there's no origin of time. Time's always existed as well.
I don't
Is
know about
right?
that one.
Okay, we don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm agnostic on that. I'm agnostic about hot
What
dead
is?
state.
Help me understand, just because I don't know. But why are those different to you?
We haven't tested it. I don't know if time had a beginning or not.
But you're saying space space has always been here because
Nothingness can obtain. The only thing that exists is existence. The only things that have always existed is the universe. All things are contingent upon the universe. The universe can't not exist and then become existence, so it had to have always exist. Spinoza's God. Things exist is an axiom. It's self-evident. You can't have non-existence obtain and become something. No, that's stupid. It's absurd. It leads to absurdity. So no, I don't grant that at all. The universe is eternal.
Yeah, I hear you on your position. I'm not like compelled by the argument, but so you don't see any problem with like granting an infinity there on the universe? I mean, like I'm sure there's mathematical, that's totally fine, but from a metaphysical
I
standpoint,
wouldn't call it infinite. We don't know if time had a beginning or not.
or sorry, space has to be infinite if it has no beginning.
Nope, not necessarily. Eternal and infinite are very different.
Really? What's the difference?
If time had a beginning, then the universe is eternal. If time doesn't have a beginning, then we can say that it's infinite.
I got you. It's like that's like yes.
So if I don't know if time had a beginning or not, I'm not going to say it's infinite, but I do know that the universe existed for all of time. So it's eternal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm this is new to me. I'm not good at all the semantics. So thanks for explaining. I don't think I have a I mean I wish I could frame it better in a way that will I don't know. But yeah, I still am not compelled by the sort of like I'm me on Earth looking around doing science and thinking and therefore able to say that there can't be a God. And it's just from the sort of I don't know if from a young age, like I've been stuck on this since 5. Like, and I used to cry at night. I was a raised Christian. I was scared of heaven, scared of eternity, and like it's always bugged me. And that's actually like my hang up here with like this view of kind of trusting that eternal universe. Is I'm like that doesn't sit right with me and that's like I know anthropomorphizing the situation, but the sort of everything's got a cause. But that's just where my head's at. And I'm like,
not everything has a
it
cause.
just
The universe doesn't have a cause.
Yeah, that's what besides that one thing, right?
Yeah, all
That
things
could-
are contingent upon the universe. There you go. That is God, if you want to say that. Spinoza.
I mean, and that's essentially where I get to agnostic. I'm like, I'm not going to say I know anything about the character. If that's a supernatural God, I'm just like, holy shit.
Well, it's
about
not
that. Like,
supernatural, it's natural.
And that's what I mean, man, is like I feel like I'm not convinced by like we're two rational guys sitting here and I'm not convinced by your argument of convincing me that
Sure.
as also like just be like
That's valid. That's perfectly valid. 100%.
Yeah.
We have different epistemologies, and that's okay. I just,
Yeah.
this is one of those things that, I used to be a hardcore Christian too. My dad, when I was growing up, the gentleman that helped raise me, he's a pastor. I grew up at PK, Messianic Jew, and believed in for 22 years. Started deconstructing 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
So yeah, like I've got a lot of hardships that I struggle with too. Like to this day, I still practice witchcraft because of the psychological benefits. I don't believe in supernatural though, because I don't have a justification. I've become more or less an empiricist or a physicalist. It seems to be. I don't necessarily hold to those titles because I'm too ignorant to state that I am one. But if I see something out of the corner of my eye, I'm not going to immediately think supernatural because supernatural is not possible. We live in a world that has laws. Something to break that law, it's not possible because it goes against what the universe and reality entails and allows. There's no evidence that that's even possible at all.
Right.
So
Wow.
I hold to, if it's not possible in accordance with the laws of physics, I have zero justification to believe in it, so I just don't believe in it. I do grant phenomenological experiences to things like, again, witchcraft. I'll do my ritual or whatever, but I don't give credence to anything supernatural. When I light a candle and blow it out, it's 100% purely psychological. There's absolutely nothing mystical about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically in line with how I live my life and view the world, except I leave this like, and it's just like a burning existential question. Yeah, I've always defaulted to kind of going, man, and yeah, I've gone in and out, but now recently I'm kind of like more on the thinking there's a God. Even leaning into this, like, kind of, I'm just like, trying to open my mind that direction again and try to be like, if I'm open to that, is that, am I at all missing something? Like, cause yeah, just massive Truman Show vibes, man. And like talking to flat earthers up here on TikToks. is
Just so you know,
interesting.
simulation theory is 100% debunked. We have non-coded, non-codable information in this world. Therefore, it cannot be a simulation because that would require all things to be coded.
Do you happen to be on X, like Twitter?
I am, yeah.
Ever? Do you know that dude Hunter Ash who like Elon retweets all the time? I don't know. He's kind of off the rails, but long story short, if you knew him, that would be interesting. He's just like a popular poster, but I went to school with him. He made that argument to me like 10 years ago, and he was like he was so pissed off about simulation theory and Sam Harris making that argument, or I don't know if it's Sam Harris.
It was
somebody.
debunked fully, like officially, like
Holy
3
shit.
months ago.
Dude, I'm gonna look into that. Thanks
Yeah,
for saying.
I don't remember who it
I've been
was. If you
super
just
interested
Google
in
it,
that.
it'll pop up. But what it's going to say on like the cover or whatever, because you got to get the fucking clicks, is something along the lines of there's not enough information, or there's not enough energy in the world, or something for there to be it. But what it actually does show in the study is that there is non-codable information in our reality. So that means that it cannot be coded by some simulation. Now, is it possible that we find out someday that that is possible? Sure. And I grant that. I think that's where you're going with this. Is it seems to me that you're thinking it is possible that we gain new tools and learn further mechanics and physics, or learn about a new dimension or something. Therefore, it is possible for this to be true. I grant that. But I'm just simply stating, with what we have, all the information, all the laws, all the logic, there is no evidence nor justification to believe in it. The only justification
That's
I can give
consistent,
for a deity of any sort is the exact same thing, and just phenomenal. Someone prays, their prayer seems to be answered. They're going to have confirmation bias, cognitive dissonance. All their media is going to portray and tell them that they're correct, etc. So it's going to seem in their personal subjective world that their God does exist. That's the only thing I can grant a justification for. It's not justification for it being true. It's justification for them believing it.
And it's funny. It's like scientifically like justification for it working as far as we've measured, like placebo effect. Like,
oh, it's amazing.
believe
Yeah,
it. It's like ignorance is bliss. Yeah, it totally fucking works. It's
yeah,
like, that's
absolutely.
interesting to do the
That's
witchcraft.
scary though, because, and I've had my own arguments with myself. What makes me different from a Christian? If I practice rituals and stuff, the only thing I can really come to is Christians believe that this is objectively true. They have to follow these commands. They have to follow these rules and laws and dogmas. They have to then vote on it. They have to put it in legislation. They have to put it in school and keep indoctrinating other kids. I'm not doing that. When someone asks me about witchcraft and they, for instance, believe that it's supernatural, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm glad you have it. But when someone asks me why I do it or if it's real, I'm going to say the effects are real, but there's nothing mystical about it.
Totally. I agree, man. Yeah. I'm also very uncomfortable with this whole threat of like afterlife and wielding that at people. It's a little much. Yeah.
Gotta
But,
hate that.
hey, thanks for the chat, man. It was good. I learned a lot.
I appreciate the hell out of you. You're awesome. Hell yeah. Bring up any questions. When that sober gentleman is back, he is a lot more studied in quantum mechanics than I am, and cosmology specifically. So if you ever have questions about time and whatnot, he's studied the ever-living shit out of A and B theory time. So he'd be able to make that make sense to you better than I can.
All right. Yeah, I'll be back. Thanks, man.
Hell yeah, brother. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, guys. I got to run. But this was fun. We had a couple of really solid conversations. That was pretty solid. That underscore guy was fucking awesome. I love that. Ray Kurzweil is GOAT, and y'all need to learn something. Okay, I'll look that up. Super fun though. I enjoyed the hell out of this 2-hour stream that we had. So if you guys haven't followed already, or if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Once this goes live, go ahead and go on there and comment and like it. Help it out with the algorithm. That way in the next stream we have some more visitors as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna try and start streaming at this time every night, which is gonna be 10 Central PM. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Adios. Have a good night.